Full throttle coming in. And look at the vertical for days. All right, pilots, welcome back to Motion RC. I'm James, and thank you, as always, for joining us. We've got the Freewing F-86 80mm Sabre on the runway. This time, though, first time we've done the video on the high-performance version. So this now carries the 1920 kV brushless inrunner motor, and all the other bells and whistles about why people love this model are still there, but now you got a little bit more of an efficient motor. So let's see how she goes, then we'll land and we'll talk about her. Alex, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, taking off right to left. I'm gonna go 50 flat. Ooh, you see that crosswind? Woo! Flaps coming out, gear going up. And she already sounds good. Now I got about 2 flights on this version today. This is the 3rd flight that we're flying on, and I really enjoy it. I can't remember though how she sounded on the Outrunner version. It was a while since I flew it, so you tell me how she sounds. Full throttle coming in. And look at the vertical for days, it seems, which is nice. Gonna glide her back in. Now I have the Admiral 5000 6S pack in there. The recommendation's anywhere from a 4,000. You could probably get away with a 6,000, but I don't know, I don't want to add all that weight. But either way, a lot of people always recommend, for years, recommend the F-86 as a great trainer aircraft, and hopefully this flight will show you why, because right now I'm about half throttle, and this is what a beginner would want to do, you know? Stay at half throttle and just cruise around. She's not too fast, she doesn't do anything too, you know, snappy, if you will. She turns nice, put a little rudder on the turn even, and you can see she could turn well. Let's see the roll rate. I'm gonna pick up the throttle. That's roll, and I am on low rates. I've been on low rates as per the book. Even on my takeoff, I just don't think an aircraft like this needs to be high rate. Gonna bring it back around. I'm gonna check, let's check the inverted flight. So here coming in, invert it. Looking good. Gonna go outside power. Up and over. Nice, and bring the throttle back down. That's what I love about all these aircraft, like the T-33, the Venom, even the L-39. With the longer wings, they're just more stable, more comfortable jets to fly, and great for you know, people wanting to get into a first EDF. The Avanti, another one, even though it's a sport jet. But if you like scale, then man, I mean, not too many more iconic jets out there than the Sabre. She played her part well when she was in service. I'm gonna bring it by and go into a vertical right in front of you, Alex. 3, 2, 1, vertical up. Let's spin it a couple times. Ah! Come back down into a big loop. Whoa. And I took it over my head a little bit. Sorry about that, Alex. Snap your neck. The wind totally got me on that one. Now I'm looking down at my timer. I got 24 seconds. So I am going to go half flap. And we're gonna do a gear pass. Then I'll probably change direction because right now there's no wind down here in either direction. But you can see you got retracts, and again, they are the upgrade. I think when this model originally came out, it didn't have the upgraded retracts. The retracts that now come with it are standard fare for the F-86, and now the high performance version, you just get that better power system. So now we're gonna bring it in for a landing. I'm gonna chop my throttle right there. That's my marker. And we'll see if we need to even bring it back in. One of these, you know, this jet has worked so well as a floater that you don't even need it. I mean, look at that. That was no power at all, just a little flare at the end, and let her roll out. All right, guys, so we just landed. Again, walked it off the runway because people are flying behind me. And you can see the beauty about the F-86 too. Look at all the space. You have tons of room for activities in there, larger batteries it can take, but I got the 5000. That's where I'm getting my CG, which is about 7 inches. I think it's 170 to 180 or 160 to 170 millimeter, but it's about 6.5 to 7 inches back from the leading edge of the wing is where you get your CG, but that's where I get it on a 5000 and a 4000. Actually, my battery just touches, you can see the ESC in this model is right behind where the battery is. So I got the Admiral 10-channel receiver inside with a satellite running up front, gives you plenty of coverage, which is great. And again, easy access to everything you need in a larger hatch. So I'm gonna unplug. You know, I'll leave it plugged in so we could show the gear and stuff afterwards, but let's check our flight time. So I'm at 3.8. 35%. I was doing gliding there. You see I was putzing around at half throttle. Couple fast passes, but I had a 3-minute useful throttle time on my timer. And after the taxi back, I have 7 seconds remaining. So you'll see the timer in the side of the screen how long I was in the air, but I easily had another 3-4 go-arounds at my tighter field, if you will. But plenty of time to make another landing if I needed to go around. So that's really nice, and that hopefully shows you the efficiency of the inrunner. You should be able to get about 30 seconds more, depending on your throttle usage, you know, in the air, which is nice. So let me put the canopy back on now. Talking about the F-86, for anyone just joining us, we know we got a lot of new subscribers recently. We got a lot of new customers finding Motion RC, which is awesome. And the F-86 is one of those models that people just adore. It comes out of the box as you see it. You don't have to put any decals on her, so she's in the Jolly Roger scheme. And I think that also adds to the fact of why it's a good trainer, because you got yellow on the wingtips, yellow on the tail. It helps with orientation and things like that for a beginner getting into jets. But as you see, she can fly nice and slow. You don't need to be full throttle the whole time. So looking at it, again, you get the retracts included. See, there's no extra added weight. There's no, like, you know, scale doors closing. Got the cheater hole underneath, but you do have doors on the side and some covers on the servo. So really, you're just seeing the rod coming out. You know, it was a well thought out design, and it's a very stable design. And as you see here, the pylons come, and you will get wingtip tanks that we could show maybe in a picture. But there's 2 big silver tanks that you can add. But I wouldn't recommend flying with those on your maiden. But eventually, as you get used to her, if you're just gonna fly around for scale, then they just help the plane look awesome. But she's got a nice presence for sure. And as you said, if you look up the booty, that is an inrunner in there now. So I think guys are really gonna dig that. But guys, any other information, please, all of it's listed on the product page, which the link is in the description of this video. Links to all the batteries we use, the receivers used in this video, also there. And as always, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We hope for those of you who might be getting back into an F-86, check out the high performance version, because it just takes what was already an awesome plane and makes it that much better. Again, guys, any comments you have or questions, leave them in the comments of this video, and we'll see you next time at Motion RC.